How They Roll. I'm Nicholas Wine. I will be the one entertaining you today as the one leading this charge, apparently. Robert cannot join us, our normal host. He has a couple of things that he has to take care of in family department. Good things, though. Don't worry about that. But until then, we're going to talk a little nerd stuff with, well, Chris. Katrina, I almost called you by your character name. Pardon me on that.
Not a bad thing.
You know
And
what
Nathan,
happens.
or Sparks. My brain is gone today. Oh boy. Hazel and Derek. Almost called you Campaign 1. Jeez.
Which one from Campaign 1? You also kept calling me Kyrie in Campaign 1,
Yeah.
which is a different...
A little bit of recap on episode 5, the three-parter that wasn't originally supposed to be a three-parter, but it turned out that way because we just could not stop it. We had to finish it. Where the group, the strangers that banded together to go fight a bunch of orcs to go save a father and a dwarf that saved a brother of Ek. You finally got to the top of this mound that has been in this internal monsoon ever since its creation. The mound that was created by High Ven, a god, a Nordic god of some sort, to be greeted by the chieftains, by the chief himself, Nod, the Sacred Wrath, which seemed to rule with a bit of iron fist. And a fight broke out. Things happened. A lot of buzzing of flies, and unfortunately some hasty decisions on both sides. But at the end, you were victorious in slaughtering the orcs. And what are your thoughts, honestly? At this point, I'm not quite sure what to do because I'm doing the interview of my own game, and that's never a good thing to do. But we're just going to talk. I want to know what you guys are going on doing. I mean, Sparks, Nathan, what's going on through your head? I have to ask at this point. After making that hasty decision of charging these literally 40 orcs that were at the top of the Thunderdome, essentially, and followed by your father's neck being cracked, and then having him raised again as some sort of horrific undead monstrosity.
See, there's a really easy way to put that. It's called plot hook.
Okay. Moving on.
Gotta find some way to continue on in the campaign, right?
Yeah, and it's definitely I mean, what are you gonna do, man? I mean, we ended this part 3 with you rolling him up like just a terrible.
Well, it's gonna start with a mental breakdown.
Okay.
It's gonna end up with me burning him, probably, hopefully, and then another mental breakdown, and then maybe get back to town, and then another mental breakdown as I'm trying to tell my mother.
You're just gonna go back to Nuxvar and just kill everyone inside, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I'm literally mechanical John Wick for layman's terms because they've already killed my dog, so now they killed my dad.
Yep. They, well, yes, they did kill your dad. They definitely killed your father. Hazel, you got close to death. This time you were grappled by, unfortunately, which is always going to be called a hentai monster now, because what I've called it in the past. And what is known for is an undead creature known as a bloody bones. You were grappled and almost worn like a glove.
That sucked.
Yeah.
I was 100% sure that I was about to die for going after the chief at the very end.
Jazz, you got this. That's right, you got the killing blow. You got the killing blow.
Because he was about to throw.
Yeah, he was literally
cliff,
about to
right?
start
5 feet away.
Yeah,
I was on the edge.
edge.
If I had not succeeded that strength save, I would be off the edge.
But
See, the thing is that like I keep rolling so badly all the time.
That was a bad roll for us.
You succeeded when it mattered most, just like I did.
I was so sure that I wasn't gonna hit, and he was gonna look at me, throw me off the cliff, and then go back to trying to throw.
Oh
me.
yeah, he was just gonna start throwing people, or just go off with someone at the end, because he was quite literally he was at like something like 5 hit points or something like that when the final blow was dealt. You came in, Derek, and along with you, Hazel, with your combination of people just coming over the ridge, saved Ek That poor bastard who unfortunately killed the person that saved his brother. That is delicious irony that I could not script, and I love every second of it, and I know I'm a terrible person for doing that.
Meanwhile, the fighter is running back and forth.
Oh yeah, you're running back and forth, and that was...
I gotta find Bubba!
Yep.
That battle was really worrying me because we had already taken over half of our hit points just getting up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, it's...
And I'm saying, how in the world are we going to deal with this? Because it's like, it was scary.
Well, first of all, even if you're at full hit points and full ready to go, I doubt you would be able to... Actually, no, I know for a fact you would not be able to take on 40 orcs, an entire clan of orcs, all their warriors at once. Just a head-on collision.
Yeah.
But playing your cards right and just being as opportunist, I mean, during the entire conversation between Nat and the majority with Sunny, what were you guys planning? Unfortunately, at that time, your father had his neck cracked open, not open, but just broken, and
Fuck him.
yeah,
Kill 'em
no,
all.
fuck him. But you were starting to crawl over to your father. I mean, what was your what were you planning on that? That's actually what I want to ask.
Resurrection is a lower level spell. Well, Revivify is a lower level spell than Resurrection.
So you were crawling over to your...
Trying to get him at least the body. 'Cause, like, it's,
Oh,
it's
okay.
easier to resurrect. It's easier to reanimate the body than it is to resurrect someone completely.
Okay, I see. So you were trying to get the body so that you could get it and stuff like
Yes, and well,
that. So that's what we were doing.
that dream ended really quickly when the
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I mean, positively, you don't have a bunch of orcs now. As they turn
Yeah.
into swarming flies before turning into a husk of a mummified corpses.
Or the hags for that matter. You should do that too.
Yeah, that at the end of literally end of part 2 and leading into part 3, the red hag that didn't have a lot of haggish features, but had enough of it when you got closer.
See, what I want to know though is because we know that there's more orcs.
Yes, there
Somewhere
are
in the
definitely more
caves.
orcs. I mean, there's a bunch of the orcs that were riding on the direwolves. Suddenly beelined it out of there as soon as the lightning got taken over by the statue or something like that.
Yeah. And there were the ones that were like crawling and like spying on us. Too.
Oh yes, yes.
So I just don't want to run into more orcs because I do not have very many hit points right now.
I think no one has a lot of hit
Actually,
points.
surprisingly, I think the fighter, me, I think I have the most hit points.
Yes.
I was just running back and forth. being
Yeah,
freaking
you were
bad.
just running back and forth, and you were just filling
Grab
in
you,
position.
suck,
You
grab
saved 2
you.
people. You saved 2 people.
3, 4.
You saved 2 from that battle, and then the people of your crew.
And
as
again,
well.
you know, we're saving the blue elf because the blue elf wants to die for some reason.
Hey, he gets up. He gets up and half.
Those natural 20s.
You know-
though.
Oh yeah.
No one's gonna
He
believe
gets
you
it
when
when
you
he
say
needs
you're not
it.
trying to single him out.
He gets the 20s when he needs
No
it.
one believes
Really
you.
bad.
Well, I mean, the orcs recognized him on that. Is that yeah? You keep getting up. You're a funny little thing. You're a stick, but you know.
Yeah.
Derek,
Yes.
you haven't said a lot yet.
I'm telling you, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to
I know,
jump in
you're-
there.
you're like that-
I don't like stepping on other people's.
No,
Stories.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Right.
I like it. You're
I
just-
like to listen. I like to think it through and process and seize a good moment to jump in. And I just haven't had that opportunity yet. But I don't like to interrupt other people when they're on a roll, so I'll just let it go.
You're the silent observer in the back that just kind of lifts the final lever in place in order to make everything work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always the quiet ones. You
I'm
always
sure
have
we'll
to
have
watch the
some
quiet
cameras.
ones.
But you did one of the most daring things, followed by Hazel.
That was very daring, and I usually don't like to do those kind of things with a character because I'm basically betting the life of my character on the roll of a die, and I do not like that.
Well, jumping
Let's
over
do
the
this.
ridge to jump onto a orc to save another comrade is very risky. But I mean, on the die roll thing, that's D&D.
I know, but it's like
That's how you play the game.
If I miss the roll, I'm going over the side of the mountain, and there ain't no coming back.
That's 100% true. You just jump a little too far. Your foot catches his face, and you just tumble like a.
Yeah, I could see.
And
I
takes
could
it
see.
like
Yeah,
that.
I could see myself
Yeah.
rolling a 1 on that, and going, "Oh, great! How
At
do
least
I
it
do
wasn't
this?"
a cliff. It was
If
more
you
like
rolled a
slow.
natural 1, I would have just said you slipped at the very edge and just went butt first over the.
No, then you would have added that sound effect of the guy screaming.
Ah!
That's right. That would have been
Well,
perfect.
The whale scream. Yep,
Yes,
yep.
right.
I would have done that. It would have been perfect. And another death.
I'm just glad it worked out well. So,
Actually, how hurt were you at that point? Do you remember?
as I recall, I think I was down 2/3. I only had.
You might have survived.
And with that big guy, the way he did a lot of damage when he
Yeah.
hit, if he had hit anybody, yeah, they would have been
100%. And
knocked out.
And now you know why he was such a feared warlord. He wasn't quite a warlord. He didn't have enough people under him, but he was
I
definitely.
mean, he's chief for a reason.
He was chief for a reason. He had 3 attacks just on his normal attacks. He is able to summon people in to act upon the blessing of his god and call down storm spirits and have them move at the same time.
So
The only reason why Ek is still alive now, unfortunately, Boadin is not, but that is an unfortunate matter. And I would be very interested to see his thoughts in a moment on that. But continue on my thought path. To see that happen, and then he could have killed him immediately. As soon as he took a strike by stepping on Boadin's head, killing him instantly. Because he already had 2 death saving throws, so unfortunately his story ends. Ek was knocked unconscious with the next strike, followed by 2 failed death saving throws by a 3rd strike. Bonus action Cold Storms in, he could have just said, kill him. But he was by himself, and he was like, nope, I'm going to choke the bitch. So, if you guys did not arrive that turn,
yeah.
he would have had another new character again.
I really like the door.
This was, at least how I put it, this was just like an introduction to the world. This is like the tutorial of like how this world can be and how unforgiving life can be if you decide to do something stupid like charge up Horde of Orcs that just raided the village.
Hey, they asked
Thing
for
is
it. They
that-
raided the village first. They had it coming. They had it
It
coming.
is that you know
Nobody
that
messes
we
with
do
the village.
stupid shit.
That's right.
Yes, I love it too. I love it. And it makes a great story. Usually.
Thank goodness the party came through. Party came through. We had each other. We covered each other. We
But-
managed to keep each other alive. Barely alive.
Barely alive.
Barely alive.
Barely alive.
But fortunately, that's all.
You
it took.
destroyed a majority of the force of the Thunderpaws, but you did get a slaughter's end. You went in for a slaughter and you got a slaughter. And unfortunately, slaughter is not a clean ending. So, I look forward to the next to episode 6. I really do.
Yeah.
But I want to talk to Sonny right now, actually. And I want to see what his thoughts on the matter, especially with his Black Shadow fireball.
Who do you want to banish?
Mm-hmm.
Which of us do you want to
Who's
banish?
banishing her?
You decide. I love you guys too much. I'm not going to tell you
No,
guys.
goes.
What?
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
What is this?
You don't know those goes?
No, I don't know that.
Hello, Matt. So, well-placed fireball, how everything has happened, and especially with the distractions with the Bloody Bones and the Orcs and making that temporary alliance. Well, the temporary alliance between the Thunderpaws and the Red Hag, whatever they had the agreement with each other, you somehow managed to kick free and just have Mayhem fall. Your boy wasn't Mayhem at the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean,
With me and my 1 hit point through that whole adventure.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously, from the minute that black thing went out.
Yeah, the
I had 1 hit point
flies
the
that
rest of the
kind
time.
yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know. Oh god.
He was a walking skeleton at that point, but his clothes
He
kind
kinda
of.
already
I mean,
is.
isn't he usually?
No.
No, he just looks pale
I'm pale.
and
With
cold.
white eyes. Like,
Yeah,
We'll figure that.
you do kind of look like a corpse.
but not a skeleton.
No, you're not a skeleton.
I got
After,
some-
after that spell, you're a skeleton.
Yeah, after that spell, it was kind of weird. But
Yeah.
that's spoilers.
Yeah.
So, what was your question?
Well, my question is, what were you thinking on? I mean, I know what you were thinking about the taking out the orcs at the same time, but going in and going up the mountain, was there any really a plan? It was like a more like let's see what happens kind of situation.
To coin a phrase, we were there to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and we were all out of bubblegum. So orcs needed to die. That was the whole point of it.
That is very true.
That's why we used the creative use of haste.
That is a very creative use of haste. I haste you. I'm your friend. And I lost concentration. How clumsy.
Oh no.
That it did kind of bring him out of the fight, and then I thought he was going to die at that point. I really thought you guys were just going to.
I thought everybody was going to gank him, but
yeah, but no, everyone had to deal with other things with Davros on the floor.
The timing was kind of
It was Hazel. Did you go down unconscious, I believe?
I did at some point, but not too early on. It was
It was when the skeleton was having his hand in your
yeah, it was
chest.
the hentai moment there.
Yeah. Wearing you like a glove kind of deal.
I think that was the time where I had to choose between helping her and killing the big guy.
Yeah.
Because that's when he was stunned from haste.
Yeah.
It's like,
Thank
help
you.
kill him. Help you, kill him.
Yeah.
Help. Fuck it!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You were definitely. I need to find Bubba, and that I love every second of it. It kind of.
Well, he's not-
Yeah, and I think
Helping.
I had 2 fails already.
Yes, you were very close, along with Eck as well. I mean, there was a lot of dicey moments there. And I mean, half the group wasn't half the group like, should we go? Should we stay? Should we go? Should we stay?
I don't want to be here anymore.
I want to get off this ride.
But
never any doubts
doubts on what?
that we'd win.
Speak for
True.
yourself.
It was just how
I was
many
pretty sure
how
I'd
many would
die.
survive? That's the question.
The only one I was worried about was Eck. Everybody else we could have gotten.
Well, Davros almost went down. He got 2 deaths.
He rolled
Yeah.
20.
I had 2
He,
deaths.
he,
has a lot.
he's just
I
gonna
had
roll
2
20.
deaths.
He keeps getting that broken die out. It has the double size with the 2 20s on each.
The universe likes Davros, and the universe likes Hazel.
I haven't gone down very many times yet.
No,
But when I do, it's when I'm rolling terribly.
But I think
Do you want to rephrase that?
no. But I think the one that the universe really hates in our group is Sparks.
yeah.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The one the universe in our group really hates is Sparks.
So, yeah, just so we're on the same page.
You lost your memory. You lost your family. You found your family.
You lost your dog.
You lost, your dog died, your dad died, and then you have to later on probably explain to your family and your little brother how you let their dad die.
So when you're talking
Brothers,
about a
plural.
tragic
Brothers.
backstory,
2 of them.
Yeah,
when you're talking about a tragic backstory,
I'm talking about a tragic story on the top of the mountain.
just tragic
This is
backstory.
such a great tragedy.
The only thing the only really substantial thing we have to show for what we did is the 2 people we saved and that little girl.
And a few people we unchained.
Well, I mean, we also slaughtered some orcs, so it's going to be a
Well,
while
you
before.
did have the people that you unchained and the one girl
Yeah.
in the hag's den.
Yeah, but that weird guy, I don't know. But the girl, when she said who her dad was, that was very important to me.
Yeah.
She didn't say who her dad
I've
was.
got a feeling that's
One
gonna
of the
help us
other
to
people.
One of the other people
Yeah.
did, but that to me seemed like, well, now hopefully we can get papers for the blue guy.
Yeah, maybe.
So, but we just, I can't speak for my brother, but I will. We went there to kill orcs. We succeeded. They're all dead.
For most of them, anyways.
We went there to save the dwarf.
He
We
was
failed.
rolling like his dice are always on fire. It's Jace.
Again.
Jace is blessed by the dice gods.
The point is stupid lucky.
Yeah, he had to make the investigation rolls for the checking twice for finding stuff in people, which is I believe the health potion and the health pack.
Right, but Jace is not always that lucky. He gets lucky from time to time. This character, on the flip side of Sparks, his character, Jace's character, Barian, has the luck of the universe.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Happy backstory.
Very blessed.
Yeah, I mean, throughout so far over the 5 episodes, you were getting hit with the ridiculous high AC, and he with the okay AC was just like, what? He was just kind of ooh, a penny. He looks down and it goes over his head.
Literally called stupid lucky.
Yeah, stupid lucky.
Yeah.
Got the feed from Fallout.
Yeah.
Well,
Lower your intelligence, the higher your AC.
But really, cinematically and story-wise, that type of character even if it is only chance in this version, has that kind of luck.
That is true.
He is simple,
He's simple.
and he doesn't to Jason's credit in role playing, he doesn't input anything of Jace into that character. That character has a life of its own, and he very much things that Jace gets, his character doesn't get, and that's kind of really important for all the people who are watching this to learn a little bit. And I know we have some house rules that are slightly different and all that. However, if you learn anything from watching Together We Roll, it's all about the story and the development of the character. And we know very little backstory. I do because I'm his brother, but the rest of you guys out there and these guys don't know his backstory, yet his character is rich in just what he's doing in the now. And that's kind of important.
Like with the dirt, or that he's carrying a rock on a chain.
Yeah, angry dirt and rock.
He makes his own spells.
And the actual
up.
like costume that I
Every
have.
time he brings out every time he brings out a new spell at me as a DM, he doesn't tell me these names for the spells that he's casting. I have to guess. Knowing his character sheet, I'm like angry dirt.
Angry
dirt. Okay, I think
But
it's this
also
spell.
the with Flan who just appears in people's backpacks and things,
Yeah, I have to play with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of.
I love it.
and he's just like, and he didn't know that the DM was doing that at the very beginning, and he for those who do Ren Fair, he just went with it. He followed the lead. Somebody gave him a lead and he took it and he went with it, and that's for the at-home gamers, those of you who watch us who are gaming, that is an important thing that you need to learn. If somebody throws you a baseball, hit a home run. Don't go, wow, it's a baseball.
It's what we refer to as yes and. Yes and. Not like no, but no. Don't do that. Yes and. Even though I just said no. But yeah.
The double negative, positive negative.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. It's what same concept of keep on digging, you'll get there.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Well, another important thing from this adventure, and you probably need to get Eck in here for this, but was the look on Eck's face.
When he
But not Eck's
realized-
face, David's face.
Yeah.
Because Eck knew what he did, but also David was like, I killed my own other. Oh.
I know. That as a DM, you could definitely see the horns holding on my halo
I
there.
wonder if anyone has ever done that before, where they killed their own character.
I'm sure it's happened.
Oh,
but-
lots of
I
times.
mean-
Without being that character.
But for our group, this is like the first time we went this flawlessly of him killing his own character.
It was completely unintentional, too.
It was
But
completely
at the same
unintentional.
time,
It's not like I
No,
told
he completely had the intent of killing what he was going after.
Yes.
He didn't know what it was, and that's that actual look of shock on David's face at that moment.
And the clicking of Jace, the player, saying, that's why he had cleric spells. I'm like, yeah. So,
Hall of Victory.
It's just messed up.
Oh, wait, he's going to ask for X, so I'm going to do this first. Oh,
there we go. Keep it to the trend.
How did I see that coming?
Bye.
How did I see that coming?
Hi, player Carolyn.
That's my thing.
Oh, that's your thing? Oh no, it must be the seat.
No, it's a wax on, wax off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
What are your thoughts? You
Episode
turned
five.
beet red and you were just, you flipped me off.
yeah, but I didn't flip you off in that I was pissed off at you.
No, that was never
I
my
was,
pissed
I
off.
was
That
like, honestly, I was like, you fucking brilliant asshole. You know, it was
Wow.
it was so brilliantly done because you were giving me I didn't know why. You're like roll a perception check.
roll insight, perception.
6. And you were actually trying to give me opportunities.
I was trying. I mean,
And
there weren't many. There was like maybe 2 that you personally know the sound of the person that saved your brother.
Right, because we were in the inn for a while.
You were at the inn for a while,
I actually
and
had seen him.
that was me
No.
trying to be nice, but unfortunately you kept failing. So
So the problem was you didn't know the sound of his bones breaking.
Yes,
Very distinct.
between my job.
well, at least you know what his blood tastes like and his
but
flesh.
when yes, it was horrific.
Hello, Yvonne.
Hey,
Bye.
We're filming.
so Davros, we are in the middle of filming. Yeah, so since you've come to interrupt us,
Davros.
Davros, wait a minute. You're supposed to be lying, rolling death saves. Why are you interrupting the show?
I thought you were like painting 20s on your other dice.
It's like 6:59. I thought you.
Oh,
so sorry.
No worries. Just be quiet and let us finish. Because you're coming in here anyway.
Oh, yeah, good. Why
Okay,
don't you just do
cool.
that?
You just
Just
told
quiet.
him to be quiet and sit down, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So, but getting back to when that happened, yeah, I was total shock. I mean, the player, I was
As you're
completely shocked.
licking the tongue, licking the blood off your tongue and the flesh in your mouth.
And then I had the option immediately thereafter to either go after the bad guy, who's right there next to me, but I had to also go, no, what would Ek do? And yeah, he's a barbarian, but he's really kind of like the,
He was.
And hold on, that's our first T-shirt idea.
what would Ek do?
What would
Wait,
Ek
is
do?
that the first one? I thought we had something else.
What would Ek do?
Exactly.
Ek
Yeah.
would ride a fish. That's what he'd do.
Yeah, he would ride a
Or
fish.
post on Facebook. That's hilarious.
Oh, and also have one of Davros face down with like a thumbs up.
No, the T-shirt for Davros is him laying there with a sword up. Is that all you got?
I was on the ground. Is that all you got? So,
Or the one, it's just a fresh one.
so Ek knowing he was going to put himself in harm's way, he was hoping that the rest of his friends would come and help him, and they did, but not in a
And then
time.
you went after him, and you definitely played your character, and that was brilliant. Sorry, I'm like, all right, you didn't do the strategically valuable thing at the time. You did a passionate thing.
Yeah.
And I love that. D&D is filled with those kind of moments.
And the life lesson that passion is the wrong choice.
Passion? I'll stop your passion. Stomp. Oh, there's his head.
So,
gone now. I see Gary Matter. Oh.
But you were also down where we couldn't see you.
Yeah, you were utterly
And
separated.
there was a moment there where I was just literally going, I am going to lose both my characters, of which
But-
one of them I killed myself.
We
Think of
were
it this way.
extremes.
Think of it this way. You saved your own character. Because he wasted one attack
Yeah.
on your other character.
Oh, you're right. Oh.
Yeah, he would have been dead.
Ooh.
Because you were the only one there.
Yeah, good point. So.
So I didn't even think about that till now, but yeah, you did kind of save your own character because he saw your reaction. He's like, all right, I'm going to rub it in.
And I know, you had alluded to it earlier in this episode about you could have killed Ek at that time.
Yes.
But just like I made a character choice, you had your bad guy make a character choice. and
Nog
say,
is
no.
he's a very personal individual.
He wanted to squash my head
Yeah, no, he wants
personally, not like
Yeah.
his little storm minions do it.
No, he doesn't like his minions doing stuff for him. He likes.
But that
doing
son of a bitch
stuff.
had 3 hit points at that time.
Ugh.
Huh? Oh well.
That son of a bitch had 3 hit points, and he was knocking us down.
Has he not saved against the fireball, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
That is true. That is 100%.
But I mean, he
So-
killed the hag.
So,
I don't know
Hey,
if we would have been able to.
I've got to actually.
Oh, wait, here. That's for the bad guy for killing Hag. Just saying.
He definitely did not. Those two were definitely, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they did not like each other.
I thought it
They
was
just did
brilliant
not like each other.
how you dropped haste and cast fireball, because then the whole battle flipped over on itself.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where we ended.
Part two.
Part 2
And then started
was
part
right
3.
there
Yeah.
because it literally did. The battle shifted 180 to we're kicking ass and taking names, and now we're kicking some ass and trying to save names.
And for the people who were watching, I don't know if you noticed or heard what was said about that fireball, but every time Sonny casts a spell, the shadow stuff, it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
And I said at that point, it was like a release. It was not a bad thing. He was just like, woof, oh wait, that didn't hurt. So that was kind of a thing for you for later.
Cool.
Whatever that means.
I have questions to ask later.
Yeah, so I guess we'll find more out. And that's the cool part. We get to find stuff out over time. So, question.
You're just going to leave me here with doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bye.
Oh. Hey, I want to see your dice.
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Oh,
Dice
okay,
first.
dice first and then you're back.
Okay.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring in the one that keeps dying and living and dying.
Live, die, repose?
Yeah, live, die, repose. Yeah, you keep getting back.
Because apparently I haven't known that you had so many bags.
Oh, I knew this. I kept
Yeah.
buying her dice on her birthday. She kept buying dice for herself, and
She has a problem.
Yeah.
no, she has a hobby. Okay.
So this is my big bag of randoms. And then all of these have multiple sets. This has, I think, 2, 3. This has 12 sets in it.
Woo!
This has.
She knows how many
May
sets
I
are
see
in
this
it.
bag?
She
Yeah.
knows how many sets
No,
are in
yeah,
it.
she's very particular.
If you can see the weight of this bag, this is how many she puts in dice jail every week.
Yeah. Which one is actually the dice jail bag?
And none of them are dice jail bags because I have them separated according to color.
Ah.
So this bag is all of my metal dice, and I think I have 4 or 5 sets of metal dice now. This is all like my gold dice. This is like my blues and greens, and then this is like reds, whites, blacks, because those I have a lot of like reddish, pinkish, purplish ones. So yeah, I think I have 28 sets in total right now, and then the randos.
I used to be as bad as you, and then I had to start, buying miniatures, not dice. I bought a bunch of dice myself, almost as bad as you.
Yeah.
Well, almost as to the level of your.
You can
hobby.
say as bad as me.
No. It's a hobby. It's a good hobby. Okay.
I mean, it's okay as long as I keep making my own dice bags.
It's a
right?
quirk. Okay.
So, if you want to keep your children off drugs, get them involved in this game because they won't be able to afford anything.
Oh yeah,
It's true.
You
Maybe-
won't have. They won't have money for.
Encourage them to be a DM. It's even more expensive.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they could try to put on their own YouTube channel, and then
This has my greens.
Steven.
We're not even gonna get to that.
Yeah,
so far,
and
okay?
then it becomes a
D&D
family
is
thing.
expensive enough with all the toys out there.
So anyway, I'll go ahead and get up and,
All right.
and I'll ask
You have more
Davros.
to say.
I'll have.
She's
I'll
going
have
because we need.
Yeah.
oh, okay. I have more to say apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask Davros to get up off the ground.
Davros, let me help you up.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Really, I never wanted to be the guy that keeps dying. It's not intentional.
It's so funny though. You grow every time you get back up.
Yeah.
I love your liners.
Do I though?
But,
No, I do.
Yeah, you get yeah.
but somebody else had to do it this time.
Yeah, it couldn't be you
No,
again.
no, that was me last time.
I'm the one that dies over and over again. I need to have a backup now.
You were so calm over. I know you weren't calm, but you looked composed. I guess
Well,
is
I
a
mean,
better word.
he already died. So
That's true.
yeah, he already died.
I've already done
He
this
was been
already,
knocked to
yeah.
0
Yeah.
hit points almost after almost every episode after the first. And
The
this
first
one
fight I was fine.
yeah, the first fight. was
Hey,
fine.
he's way over here on the other map. We're all over here. Grrr. He's over here rolling death saving throws off in another country.
And yet twice in this campaign, I've done like the nat 20 sit back up with 1 hit point bullshit, and both times I wanted to get back into the fight.
I don't know.
No, yeah, he
Is that all
definitely
you
pressed
got
the
there?
R.
That was great.
The big bad orc, which he can see everything, and I can say this now. As long as he's in a storm, he can see like miles. He can see a lot. He can't perceive everything because that's a lot of chatter, a lot
Yeah.
of things going on. But he can definitely, if he focuses on one area, he can definitely see something through blindsiding, using the storms, and using the senses of his god, essentially.
And being a dick.
And being a dick. You impressed him on your skinny ass getting up and down and going back in the fight, saying "fuck you" to death.
It happens.
I mean, hey, it's like respects due where respects are needed.
I didn't. It's weird. Of all the characterization I had done beforehand, it wasn't until we got to the first session. I didn't plan on Davros being this reckless, but yeah, no, he is. That's almost his defining trait now. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's just like, I'll be fine. He has like the teenager mentality of nothing's gonna kill me, even
I'm
though
invincible.
he keeps being actually killed, and he's like.
But you're not doing it like non-wisdom way, which is like where you had Sparks was doing, just putting himself in harm's way because he just doesn't realize this is not really smart.
Yeah.
You're smart. But
He's like
still,
the Bruce
you're
Willis
just like,
kind of- He
yeah.
reminds me of like the Hispanic Bruce Willis, where Die Hard, where he
Yeah, I
knows
was
this
about
is
to say Die
stupid.
Hard.
Just there's no self-preservation.
Yeah, no, it's like he knows it's stupid, but he has to do it anyway.
Hey.
And
Oh my god. I'm gonna start having I need to come up with Spanish one-liners now. I really need to start working on that.
Oh.
He needs to be the one-liner guy.
Next year I need to wear my my Yakatomi Plaza Christmas party shirt.
There you go. There you go.
Nakatomi Plaza, yeah.
Why is there fire all over the place?
Yeah, we're not in the holidays yet, but when it is, well, it's not the holidays
Give
until
it time. We're almost there.
until you throw Hans Gruber off the building.
But my main question is, after Nod threw you basically the cloak in some sort of like ripping it off the big guy, giving it to you, saying that he sees you, even though he's blind, but he sees you in some sort of meaningful fashion. And then you having to retrieve your dagger from the frozen lightning and having these minor visions, and then being flung out and having some sort of blessing of a.
You're the chief.
You're the
No,
chief.
he's the last surviving. He's the chief.
He's not the last survivor. There are other survivors of the.
Oh, but they're not. They don't count. They were pussies. They weren't up on the top fighting.
I was gonna say, just give it time.
Took them away because the wolves got startled. The dire wolves got startled by something.
Nobody loves dire wolves.
Yeah. I know you saw the statue at the center of the lightning though. That little playful statue.
That tiny little cunt. Just God, I hate that.
I think we're
There was a lot going on.
there's way more at this place than just a hag and an orc thing.
It's just a
you've
hag
got
and an orc
so it's
That's
so
enough.
deep.
We
This is
forgot
hag and an orc
to
thing
pee
is
on it
enough.
before we left.
Yeah, this was a level. This is like level 18 stuff that we're toying with, and we need to get our ass out of here. So
So this
Okay.
is the DM foreshadowing shit from the future.
Well, every time in a video game when there's a recommended level for something, there's two types of people. There's the person that goes, okay, I'll come back, and then by the time they come back, they're like 80 levels too far. And then there's the people that look at the recommended level and go,
I can take
yeah,
that.
but that's just a suggestion. And that's us. We're the ones that's like, that seems way out of our
Guys,
pay grade. Let's do it.
The objective bar is black, not red, not dark red, black.
But they didn't count on charisma. Just saying.
No,
There you go.
there's a lot of
Be as
different
dangerous
types
as you possibly can. You always have to account for a smartass.
or a
Yeah,
clever diplomat.
and see, Ek came clean after that. Right after the battle's over. But actually, that would be
I'm hoping in the next episode, Ek and Sunny actually get a minute to talk because I think we've gone full circle. So I think,
Especially after the hag chamber and everything.
yeah, I think Ek and Sunny are going to be good. I think I feel bad for Sparks heading out of this.
Spark is definitely the tortured child.
and Ek has got to go back and tell his brother
Mhm.
that he killed the person that he took the life debt from to save.
That's some
It's
serious.
just like-
That's some messed up shit.
Try to get people back, but save this one guy. You got it.
Christ! Save who?
He basically just has a bite mark out of his spinal cord.
I brought a.
Just, are
I
you
couldn't say
okay?
them, but I brought a piece home. Yeah.
Yeah, let me throw it up. Yeah. With the
Make fun of
red,
it.
with the
That
red,
was sick. I killed my
the
own
red
freaking
going
character.
under.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
You saved him from his.
I mean, it's terrible, but it's also kind
Well,
of hilarious.
hopefully, that little dwarf that I didn't like is waiting for us with the raft because that would be awesome, and then we could do the quick ride home. So
Oh
we'll
yeah,
work on that.
yeah. Because we got to get ourselves out of here.
Yeah.
Because we're still at the top of that damn mountain.
And you hear dire wolves in the distance,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah. So
Sitting-
and we've got tons of hit points to do it, right?
yeah.
I've got one.
I
And
think I've got one.
by the way,
We've got one.
David, I know you went climbing with me before. I don't know if anyone else has climbed before. I mean, I know for a fact that going up is easier than going down.
Oh yeah, you can't.
I had 13.
I can't go climbing. I can't get close enough to the rocks.
So she's the tough one.
No, we took a short rest, didn't we?
Not yet. We were you were starting to take a short rest. Everyone.
Well, we're gonna do that today after we do this.
Yeah. So we were beginning to start the next episode 6, with a short rest. If you decided to continue with that fashion, and also checking what is in this pile of
I can tell
mummified orcs.
You'll see everybody go, ooh, all my hit dice.
Yes, for a short rest.
That's right.
It's like
Short rest.
It's called use it or lose it.
Did we have a long rest at any point? Because I think I already used all of mine.
Yeah, you guys been using them.
Oh my god.
No, we did. We had a long rest at some point, but that means I only have half of them back because I had used all of them the previous day in game.
So you would have 2.
Well, I'm looking forward to the entering of the city swag.
That's so fun.
Yeah, we took down those
So
bitches.
okay. All I can say
Can I
is
have some paper?
good luck and look for
Let's gotta have some paper.
Don't deport me. I saved your ass.
Not only did you save their
Please,
ass,
no.
but who did you
geez.
save? That's the key. What was that little girl's dad?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Who is it?
I can't
I think he was in. I think he still thinks he's a devil child.
No, it's
The captain of the guard.
Captain of the
remember.
Guard's daughter.
I knew my brain was saying mayor, and I was just like,
So,
It wasn't.
so that could actually be a saving grace there for you at least, and actually for all of us. But
when we go in, can I specifically be the one carrying her? Just like, I saved your spawn.
If the boat's down there,
Let me stay here.
I like this country.
Don't kick me out. Do you know how great it would be to go back home and be like, so how was your trip? Well, turns out they fucking hate blue people. And they told me, hey, get out of here.
Oh, and BTW never go in their rivers.
Yeah, I don't know. I lived my whole life in water. One time in a river.
Just the river needs to. You need to dig a wider river so the water has more space because the water is too cramped. It's angry.
It's a
So-
okay.
It's not how that works.
Well, we need to end this as we are going a little long. However, I'm excited.
yeah,
I'm
let's
excited.
let's get on our way home, huh? Or
Yeah.
back to Nuts Far. Right?
Let's see.
I
if
just
you
want to
guys survive
ride on the
trip.
rocket boat.
Let's see what happens when you get back to Nutsville. Nutsville is it Nutsville?
Nuts Far.
Yeah.
Nutsville. I'm
That's
getting my
next
names
trip.
mixed up.
Although, yeah, because Eck is so excited, and I'm sure Sparks is so excited to go confront his family about what happened.
The two little boys, one with the fiery red head, and the young toddler boy with the wife.
Episode 6, brain tissue.
And I'm gonna
Well, no,
stand
you need
there
to focus getting
awkwardly.
home first. You have to bring home 2 corpses, 2 civilians, down a very dangerous slope, past a bunch of wolves.
Wait a minute, we haven't saved her yet. We haven't saved because she might
Well, no,
die.
she
on the way
got
back.
that. No,
No, she's not up
with
with
the
us.
other guys taking
Oh,
the
good,
circle.
Yeah, she
They
went
went
with the dwarf that.
If she didn't make it,
It
I'm
was
gonna
a
fucking
little
scream.
shitty. It was a little shitty, but you know.
Shady.
Shady, whatever.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, we are ending it here because we will literally talk all night.
Yeah. Nate's over there going like this to us.
Yeah, he's been doing that for the past week.
Yeah, you wanna kick
Yeah,
some
let's get.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of How We Roll. I hope you enjoy us just yabbering about or just nerd fun.
Just
That's what we do.
Yeah, it's what we do. We love it. I will continue to do this until the day I die. And I get to do it with my family and with my friends. But, thank you for watching, everyone.
Princess
I'm Nicholas
Wave.
Wine. This is our team.
Hey.
Till next time.
See Elf Wave.
That's the anyone who speaks Aquan. That's actually
Yes.
it's just a form of sign language.
In Aquan, this means...
Someone off in
No. In Aquin, flipping him off is this, if you saw the boys.
Oh.
I've not seen the boys yet.
This is flipping off an Aquin.
Okay.
Okay, there
I
you
just
go.
watched the carnage count of the boys, which, to be honest, was
All
also
right.
pretty satisfying.
Goodbye, everyone.
Oh yeah, bye. Yeah.
This is the third time we're saying
Tune in
goodbye.
for episode 6.